a ways off. Got here a little late, but we are glad he made it. And his name is Scott Feldt, and he is running for state treasurer. Scott.
Can everyone hear me? Okay, good. Then I won't have to use the microphone. My name is Scott Feldt. I'm running for state treasurer. First, I'll just tell you a little bit about myself. I'm a Rock County native, basically right down at the bottom. I grew up in Janesville, Wisconsin. I got my bachelor's degree and master's degree from UW-Madison. And then from 1995 to 2002, I worked for the former state treasurer, Jack Voigt, as his executive assistant. During that time, I was also a county board supervisor, and as vice chair of the finance committee, I was a county board supervisor for 7 years, where I served as vice chair of the finance committee. In 2002, I came back to Janesville to work for the Janesville Chamber of Commerce and Economic Development Corporation. And since 2005, I've been involved in community and economic development in 3 different states. Now, the reason why I'm running is because I feel the Office of State Treasurer is going in the wrong direction. You may have read the stories about our current state treasurer, where she's had some questionable hiring practices, hasn't fulfilled the unclaimed property requests that were there, instead went to a conference. Well, to me, that just proves that she cannot fulfill the basic duties of the office. So, I believe that I'm the right candidate, and here's the reason why. 3 main reasons. 1, I understand the office. I worked in the state treasurer's office for over 7 years, and therefore, both former state treasurers Jack Voigt and Kate Zeiske endorsed me and my campaign, because they know that from day one, I'll know how the office runs, and I don't need any on-the-job training. Second, I understand budgets and fiscal responsibility. As a county board supervisor, I helped to shape and approve budgets that totaled over $100 million in each of those 7 years. Third, as state treasurer, I understand how the state treasurer can help to promote economic development. I've been an economic developer for over 5 years. I've helped to recruit and retain businesses in 3 different states. Now, whether you know it or not, the state treasurer's office is important. Now, I may have a primary opponent who thinks that we should get rid of the office, but I'll tell you why the office is important. I'll give you just a few numbers. 1, $2.4 billion. That's the average daily balance of the local government investment pool. Now, local governments like cities, counties, and school districts deposit their money in the local government investment pool to gain a greater rate of return. Now, all of those transactions, the deposits, the withdrawals, the transfers, are all processed within the state treasurer's office. Here's another number for you, $352 million. The state treasury's unclaimed property division holds more than $352 million in unclaimed funds. And it's the state treasurer's office's duty to help return that money back to the rightful owners. A third number, $2 billion. AdVest, the state college savings program, has nearly 250,000 accounts and $2 billion in assets for families that are trying to save for college. And it's the state treasurer's office that's the chief marketer of that program. Now, I can give you more numbers, but I think you get the idea. The state treasurer's office has important duties that need someone that has skills and experience to do it effectively. The state treasurer's office administers programs that deal with billions of dollars every single day and affect every single citizen in this state. Now, I'm running. I need your help. I have nomination signatures. I'm just going to quick pass even if you've already signed. If you can sign, that would be great. But let me do one more thing. At state convention, let me tell you ahead of time, I was unanimously endorsed by the state party at convention. That's another point. But I want to just touch on a couple different things that I said at state convention. Another reason why the state treasurer's office. The state treasurer's office should be a financial watchdog for you folks. It should be a leader for the county treasurers. I was at the county treasurers conference in Racine 2 weekends ago. I saw county treasurers there. You know who I didn't see? Our current state treasurer, Dawn Marie Sass. And here was the interesting thing. This was the second year in a row that she stood up the conference. You had county treasurers, both Republican and Democrat, wondering where the heck their state treasurer was. She didn't call, she didn't send a representative, she didn't come herself. To me, that just shows disrespect. Shows disrespect. Now, regarding the financial watchdog part of it, I'm only going to touch on a couple different things from my convention speech, but a couple things is this. My father told me, son, when you find yourself in a hole, the first thing you do is you stop digging. Stop digging. Now, the state is in a fiscal hole. Do we all agree with that? 2 point how many ever billion? I mean, it fluctuates. Sometimes at 2.4, sometimes 2.6. Now, as I tried to tell convention delegates, if we have another Democratic assembly, or we were to have the Democrats propose another budget that has over $3 billion in additional spending, what do we tell the Democrats? Stop digging. When they propose a budget that has $3.6 billion in additional debt, what do we tell the Democrats? Stop digging. When they propose an $810 million train that we can't afford, what do we tell them? Stop digging. This is all simple stuff. The only problem is the Democrats seem to be pretty simple. Neither here nor there. I'm running for state treasurer, both from the administrative standpoint, because we need someone that has the skills and experience, which I feel I have, but also, as you can tell, I have the voice and the conviction that if we're not spending the way we should, gosh darn it, I'm going to say something. Why? Because when we find ourselves in a hole, what's the first thing we should do? Stop digging. Thank you all very much. Please vote for me for state treasurer in September and in November. Thank you again.